Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Alabama's offense will get the ball first. And we get a look at Ryan Williams. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is. But
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes a handoff. It's Ivory. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Running inside. It's Patterson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 35. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
no doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He's got him. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
That's a nice job by the offense. offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the room.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The run inside. It's Patterson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He'll run it again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On the run, it's Patterson. And they're able to make the tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They get to him as he throws. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Floats it out in space. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keelan Russell fires to the right. With the catch, it's Rodgers. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Might be changing the route. Again, it's Russell. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Patterson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Maybe some room here. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Russell rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
The run inside. It's Hill. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Wildcat sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Back to pass. Grabs a screen around all kinds of defenders. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
He stopped short of the first down marker, but there is a flag, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying down the right side. The 20. He's at the... He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Give to the back. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Coach Stein told me coming out of the locker room, they have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Kentucky going quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Bringing the heat. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Throwing Russell. Grab near the marker, it's Rodgers. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Under fire. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David makes the catch and he's free. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got it again. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Kentucky will be forced to punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Crosses to 30. Caught, and he's got room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Keelan Russell. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And it'll be downed right there. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for space. It's Patterson. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Wildcats want to move quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure, and down he goes.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. The score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Defense makes. And as the clock runs down to 0. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Maybe a crease. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
In busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll give it to him again. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Alabama will get the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? From the gun, the give, looking for room. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Austin Mack makes the grab over the middle. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. They're going to run it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Wants to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Rodriguez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Blue 22, blue 22.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Tight end now in motion. He's looking to pass. Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. With the clock running, this should be the final play.